All right. All right, guys. Tonight we have Jenna Reisinger, which if any of you have wondered how to pronounce her name, that's how you pronounce it. It's Reisinger. She is a diamond coach under Jenna Schaefer. And I actually reached out to Jenna Reisinger and asked her to host a call for us because she's one of those coaches that I feel like from the minute she signed up, it just like came natural for her. And now I don't want it to sound like she's not working towards it though. She's just a coach who everything I see her do, I see her put her all into it. She's very open on her social media. She's had a lot happen in her life, which if you follow her social media, you've seen that. She has things to this day that she deals with, but she still wakes up every day and makes things happen. She hit diamond very quickly in her business. She has a great social media following. And I personally just love to follow her, and she inspires me as well. So I wanted all of you guys to be able to hear from her and hear some tips from her. So I will let her go ahead and take it away.
All right. First of all, thank you, Stephanie, for inviting me. I'm excited to talk to you guys today. I'm not your typical slides kind of girl. I don't put anything together. I always like to just kind of throw it from my hip. I feel like that is most authentic and it works best for me. So I'm going to go over a lot of information and I'm probably going to talk really fast and throw it at you guys, but it's super good information. And I can promise you that if you take notes and you follow this and you just put it into your own self, then you guys will be successful. Okay. So I wanted to talk about having a strong social media platform. You guys have your own platforms, whatever it may be, if it's Instagram, Facebook, or anything else, that's fine. But stick with your platform and focus on one for right now. I think it's really important that you focus on one individual platform until you get to a point where you've grown so far. So my platform is Facebook. And these are a couple of things that I always tell my new coaches or my teammates when you're thinking about your social media. What does your social media platform say about you? Does it offer value? Is it unique? Is it active? Is it attention grabbing? Is it you? Most importantly, is it you? So breaking that all down for you. When we talk about value, are your posts inspiring? Do they uplift? Do they encourage? Do they leave an impression on somebody? So when they come across your post and they read it, are they thinking about you later, or are they thinking about what you had said a couple days later? And it can be about anything, you guys, but you have to make it valuable to you and valuable to the person that you're putting it out there for. So always ask yourself that. Things that would not be valuable are, talking negatively, or posting your frustrations, or, political talk, things like that, where it's just going to bring negative towards you. So if you put the value out, you're going to bring value in. The next thing is being unique. Nobody wants to scroll through their Facebook. Maybe they've got 3 or 4 different Beachbody coaches on their Facebook feed. They don't want to see the same thing. They don't want to see all of us drinking Shakeology. They don't want to see all of us doing our workouts. What they do want to see is you drinking your Shakeology and have it be something different, okay? For an example, post a picture of your shake with yourself and say, I want to know, what are all of your favorite milkshakes? TCBY or Dairy Queen or whatever it is. Tell me what your favorite milkshake is. Don't even say the word Shakeology, but hold up your shakes. They can see that it's a shake and engage in conversation. And then with that post, you guys can post down and below that what your favorite shakes are. And you can make a point to even say, I got a Shakeology recipe that tastes just like Wendy's Frosty. And I'll be honest, I do. And people are amazed when they taste it. They love it. But it's just a way for you guys to be different than the other Beachbody coach on their page. So change it up, make it unique. Try doing a video. Go live with your workouts. Live is scary. I get it. I don't like live, but now that I do it and now that I'm more comfortable with it, you guys, everybody loves live. They love seeing your face. They love to see if you're going to have a blooper, if you're going to fail, what's going to happen. So go live and change it up. And when you go live, say, hey girls, I'm on Beachbody on demand. I've never tried this workout. It could be a total fail, but you guys can watch me do it just as if you were gonna do it for your first time, okay? They're supposed to be able to relate to you. So if you're pulling out that new workout and you're just knocking it out of the park and it's piece of cake easy for you, that's authentic. But if you're pulling out a new workout, I pulled out a 10-minute ab workout the other day and I did it live. It was my first time. And I had to stop and take breaks like nonstop because it was exhausting. I was on fire and it was hard. But I just shared that with my followers and I got a ton of response with the fact that I just was able to do it live and demonstrate what it's all about. So be unique, find different ways to post and separate yourself from the other Beachbody coaches. The next one was attention grabbing. You want your posts to be attention grabbing. And there's a few things about that. Number one, always post a photo. So if somebody's scrolling through their feed and they see a cute little quote that you guys have, it's like, okay, there's a quote, I'm really not in the mood, they keep going. But if they scroll through your feed and they see your face up close and personal, and maybe there's a sad expression on it, and maybe there's a super excited expression on it, whatever that may be, a picture of you will always make somebody slow down their scroll. And if your beginning of your post is interesting and catchy enough, they're going to stop and they're going to read it, and then they're going to engage. And it's so important for your pictures to be of you, to be good quality. And by that, I mean, you're going to have, good lighting. It's going to look good. You're going to be able to see all of your face. And that you don't have crap going on in the background. So you don't want to take, a selfie and talk about, how healthy you're being. And in the background, somebody can see a Mountain Dew, or somebody can see, the leftover or your liquor bottle. You just have to think about those kind of things and set it up. And I've even gotten creative enough in my posting pictures to where I'll purposely have something in the background that I know somebody's going to say, oh my gosh, girl, I love that. That's, where'd you get that from? Or, oh my gosh, your tree's so pretty. I kind of stage it in a sense. But it's not fake because that's me. It's my stuff. It's my house. It's what I like. But it opens up that opportunity for people to comment about other things, be looking at the background, be checking, the different stuff that you've got going on in your posts. So make your posts and your pictures attention grabbing. Make them appealing. You don't have to focus so much time on using these apps where you're doing PicMonkey or Canva or anything else. You have a picture of you and there's, quotes and stuff around it. Now, I love them. They're good. I do encourage you to do that, but don't spend so much time as a new or beginning coach doing that kind of stuff when you can spend the time putting up 2 more posts doing it, okay? So it's not bad to do. I love them. They're great, but make sure that you have the time to invest into messing around with apps and stuff and posting your pictures, okay? The next thing was, is your page active? This one is super important, and it kind of ties in with our vital behaviors. So obviously with the vital behaviors, we like to work out every single day. We like to drink our shake every single day. We like to post on Facebook every single day. It's about being consistent, persistent, all those things. And then to have an active social media platform, you have to also do that. If you guys are only able to post once a day, so be it. So you better make sure that you post every single day, once a day. If you can post 3 to 5 times a day, that's great. Spread it out in a sense to where you're like, okay, I'm up, it's early, I'm gonna get their attention with this 10 o'clock post. Now I'm gonna do my, 11:30. Spread it out to where you're not posting your workout and 5 seconds later you're posting yourself out of the shower all nice and clean, and then 5 seconds later you're posting a picture of your car on my way to go shop. Okay, well, what does that bring for everybody? If you're just rolling it all into one instead of spreading it out and giving people different glimpses into different ideas and different things. So make sure that your page is active. That's number 1 with being active. Number 2 with being active, when you create a post, you need to word that post in a way that people can engage in it, okay? So if you're saying, just finished my workout, great post, right? So most people could say is like, good job, or what workout did you do? But if you create a post that says, oh my gosh, you guys, what is your favorite ab blasting move? I just got done with this workout, it's killing me, and ask a question. Or say, I bet you guys couldn't guess how long I went before I totally failed. before I reached failure? Or just something that you can think of that is creative to ask a question in your post, okay? I love that I just got my hair done. I just got it colored today. Or I love that I just got my hair done. I got it colored today. Where do you guys get your hair done? What do you prefer, long or short hair? Just something to get people to ask questions or respond in your posts. Now, once you get a response or a question in your post, you need to make sure that you always reply to that. If it's something that you can't really answer back, but somebody just commented, love it, you should still reply and maybe put a heart emoji or something else. You always need to reply, because one of two things. You're having a connection with that person, but then you're also bumping your post up. So more people are going to see it because now it's more active because it was just recently liked or just recently commented on. So say you have 5 comments. You don't want to go in there and blast off responses to every single one of them all at once. You want to give a couple responses, wait a couple hours, nobody's liking your post anymore, it's kind of gone dead, respond to a couple other people. All of a sudden people are liking your posts and it's becoming more active again because it's put out there and it's in front of people. So you have to be smart about keeping your page active, keeping your posts active, and being active with the responses and interaction with the people who post on them, okay? Response, there we go. Okay, make sure that you're consistent. I kind of touched on this a little bit, but you need to be consistent with everything. If you are not consistent with your workouts, or let's say you can't do your workouts every single day, you need to be posting about your workouts every single day. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you right now that if you're not doing your workouts every single day, that is going to affect your business. I just blasted off 21-day fix. I'm on day 14 of working out, even though maybe 14 people only like my posts when I post up my workout videos. My inbox is full of people. What do you recommend? I need to lose some weight. I love those videos. Are they really that easy? So posting every single day and being a product of the product really does make a difference. You guys have to try to find the time and try to find the effort to do that. In addition to that, if you're trying to encourage somebody to purchase a challenge pack and telling them, I know you've got 2 kids, it's totally doable, the workouts are only 30 minutes a day, they're going to go back to your page and scroll through and say, well, they're only 30 minutes a day, and everything she said may be true, but she's worked out, from what I can tell from her page, twice this week. So you need to be a good demonstration to anybody that you speak to as to why you love the product, why it works, and what it's doing for you. I also find that a lot of coaches come to me and they say, I'm in a rut, I don't know what to post, I don't know what to say, I just feel like I'm at an end, I'm at a loss. And my response to them every single time, are you working out every single day? Because if you're working out every single day, there is something to talk about with your workout, how you felt with it, how you feel after it, if you are noticing any changes, if you feel better. I'm noticing as I'm talking, and it's ridiculous, but my arm muscle is like, it's there. And I keep noticing my arm muscle because I'm on day 14 and I'm pumping iron, and it's like, okay, these transformations are starting to happen. So you start to see that kind of stuff. It gets you excited and it gives you something to talk about. And same thing with Shakeology. You can try new recipes. People are noticing, oh, your hair is getting longer, your nails are getting longer. You guys get it. I don't have to go into it. Personal development is huge. I can tell you every single day I listen to either a coach training or I listen to the National Wake Up Call. Okay, I'll get onto my team page and see if anything was new and posted. And you guys, you can do that anywhere. I turn it on when I'm in the shower. Okay, I turn it on while I'm doing my workouts. If I walk my kids to the bus, I turn it on my way back, or turn it on in the car if I'm going somewhere. Your personal development, I guarantee if you commit to 20 to 30 minutes a day of that, you will be able to pull out one quote out of a book, out of that thing that you were listening to, and say, wow, that really applied to my life, or wow, that really applies to where I want to go, or wow, that was really encouraging, and share it. So you're putting something out there and you're sharing it, and now you've got something to say. So you're talking about your shape, you're talking about your workouts, you're talking about something positive with your personal development. I kind of have always had this rule of thumb that I have 3 things to go by with my posts in Facebook. So every single day I make sure that I post one thing that's health and fitness. I post one thing that's inspiring or uplifting, and I post one thing that's personal. And that personal could be my health, it could be my family, it could be, you know, a story about my car or my tires. But I post something like that every single day. So it mixes it up. It allows my followers to see, okay, she's not just plain Beachbody, she's actually interesting. Okay, she's not just all about her workouts, there's more to her than that. People connect. They want to know who you are, what you're about, what you like. They want to know your quirky side. If you know, are kind of sassy, or, you know, maybe you curse every once in a while. I don't know. I'm not recommending you put a curse word out there, but you can be your own self and portray that on your page for them to follow and say, okay, I really dig this girl. I really like following her. I'm going to continue to do that. So keep it going, keep it moving, keep it active, and stay persistent so that when they do go to look back to your page, they can say, okay, she's posting every single day and I don't have to check back. Well, dang, I checked back 3 times now, and the last time she posted was Monday, and she's still, you know, not given an update. So you don't want people to become bored with you, so to speak. So now I'm going to kind of go into with social media and inviting, and the easy way that you can, what if you do fall off? Are you, okay, Jasmine, are you saying like, what if you fall off with your workouts and everything? Because if that's the case, you just need to pick it back up. Everybody falls off. Everybody has a cheat. Everybody has, you know, a bad day. Everybody has whatever, but you just need to make a decision and pick it back up. You know, that's what we do as coaches. We inspire, we encourage, we need to show everybody else that they can do it. So you fall off, you have a bad day, you share it. It's okay. We're not fake, we're real. But then you get back on track and you press forward. So now that you've got a good idea of how to have a rocking social media page by doing just those few things, you can transition that into inviting, okay? And actually, I'm going to take one step back before I get into the inviting. One other thing that I do with my posts on Facebook, and this makes a huge difference, and once you kind of get into posting a lot and sharing a lot, you'll kind of get the hang of this. But here's an example. I will post something extremely personal about my health, or share something that I know that a lot of people will reach out and touch on, which is not easy for me because I'm not a personal person. But for me, it's going through cancer and just kind of my experience with that. So I will share if I have an appointment, or I'll share if I have a biopsy or whatever. And I will have a ton of people that come in and they comment and they give me awesome support. Now I've got this post on my Facebook that's got a couple hundred likes. It's got, you know, 100 comments. And that was from yesterday. I'm going to follow up with my post today with something Beachbody related, because now I have all of these people that came to my page and all of these people that were engaged on my page with something personal that they're all kind of like turning back to and following. And the next day when they go to look back and see, is she posted anything else? Is there anything else going on? Boom, this girl's working out. She went through all that, but she gets up and she works out, or she's drinking a shake. That shake must be good for her because she goes to doctors and does all this, or whatever your story may be. You know, maybe you're a single mom and you're having a moment and you're sharing that, and the next day they're like, wow, dang, this single mom is strong, she's tough, she's working out, like she puts all that aside and still does it. So time your posts to where you can take most advantage of it. So you've got a really good post with a lot of attention. Maybe you didn't even intend for that post to blow up, but you want to immediately follow it with something that's related to your health and fitness and to your business, because then people are going to see it, okay? Now moving into inviting. When you are staying active with your posts and you're staying active within the comments on your posts, you're making connections with those people. So if you make a post about, example, today I made a post about the laundry that I had to do and how I disliked my laundry, how I was a procrastinator. So I had a bunch of people comment on my post about whether they like laundry or don't like laundry. And I kept engaging back and forth with them, you know, having kids, and if my kids are dirty, so they make more laundry, then I've got more girls responding because they have kids or they don't have kids. It's just an active conversation. It was simple. It took 2 seconds of my time, but I'm engaging with these people. Tomorrow, I can follow up with somebody and say, oh my gosh, you were cracking me up, girl, in that post, you know, I feel you on the laundry thing. It's just an easy way to kind of stick a little comment in there. And even though it's not Beachbody and it's not health and fitness related, I'm making a connection with that person. And it's good because now that person is trusting me, they're feeling comfortable with me, and if within a week or two I can transition into Beachbody or a health and fitness question, so be it. If that transitions within the next 5 minutes, awesome. So being active on your posts, commenting to people, responding to people about just general stuff, that same topic is what you can apply when you go to reach out and to invite them. Okay, so use that same kind of post or comment as your conversation starter. You don't always have to invite and say, hey girl, I was checking out your page and I saw you have 3 kids and your kids are adorable. And for me, sometimes I just feel like creepy. I feel like I'm creeping you out right now. So instead, I'll just say, oh my gosh, you were hilarious with that comment you made or whatever. And I just make it easy and it makes it fast. It makes the connections go. Sometimes people respond right back and they're like, no thanks, not interested. Whenever you have that happen, you always need to follow that up with, hey, no problem. I totally understand. Hope I didn't offend you. Or, maybe down the road, you'll think differently. They always come back. It may not be right away, but they will always come back. They will continue to watch your Facebook. They'll continue to see, or whatever social platform that you use, they'll continue to see how you post, how you're positive, you're bringing value, you're constantly active, you're being a product of the product, and they're going to fall in love with that. They're going to want what you have. They're going to want to feel the way that you feel. They're going to want to be involved with what you're doing. So those all play an important role with how successful you're going to be with this business. I hope I didn't talk too fast there. I'm like flying through this stuff. Am I good? What is my time?
You're good. It's 8:30 and mine, I have the account where it doesn't cut you off. So
perfect. I always get done and she's like, 2 minutes, stop, 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, you have as long as you want. So you just keep
cool. So let me just check my notes here really quick and see, because I had a couple of things that I wanted to touch on. Okay. Most importantly, you've got this Facebook account now, or whatever, I keep saying Facebook, but you guys, whatever social media platform. So you have Facebook now, and you're like, okay, well, I'm doing everything that you're saying, and I'm still not getting anywhere. I only get like 3 or 4 likes. What's the deal? What can I do? You need to expand your network, okay? Again, part of your every single day, vitals that you should be doing, expanding your network. I will tell you right now that I've been a coach for 8 months. When I signed up as a coach, I had just under 500 friends. Right now, I have over 4,000 friends. I made up that difference within 8 months. And as a matter of fact, those little things that are going on Facebook where they say you see your year in review, I clicked on my year in review, and the first thing it said was you've added 3,000 something friends this year. You became friends with 3,000 something people. And I thought, holy moly, that's a lot of people. So what I do is I stay consistent every single day, okay? I've got groups, I've got running groups, I've got mom groups, I've got crockpot groups, and these aren't groups that I've created. These are groups that have been ongoing since, long time ago. I add anywhere from 5 to 10 friends a day. I've got LuLaRoe, who doesn't love LuLaRoe. I am thrown in so many LuLaRoe groups, it's not even funny. People add me every single day, and it takes up a lot of my time because I have to remove myself from the group. But before I do that, I'll go to the last giveaway where 500, 600 girls have commented on it, and I will start adding friends from the giveaway. 90% of them accept my friend request. By the following day, those same girls that I've added have already scrolled down my page and they're liking stuff from 2 weeks ago. So they like what they see because my page is active, it's bringing value, it's fun, it's neat, it's not fake. They're not looking through it and saying, ugh, another Beachbody girl. No, they're looking through it saying, this is awesome, this girl's got it going on, she's entertaining. So you need to be expanding your network and adding friends every single day. And you figure out how you want to go do it. If there's a news feed that comes through and you see a bunch of people have commented on a news article, don't add all the people that commented on the news article that's talking about the girlfriend that killed the boyfriend. Add the people on the news article that are talking about, the gentleman that helped the old lady across the street, and everybody's going, oh my gosh, that's awesome, that's so kind. Like, be specific about the friends that you add, but add them and add a lot of them and do that every single day. Let's say you have 300 friends. If you're posting something tomorrow with those 300 friends, maybe 50 of them are seeing it. If you have 3,000 friends and you post something tomorrow, you're probably going to get like 1,000 of them seeing it. And 1,000 people seeing your post is huge. I mean, it just opens doors for you guys. So if your page isn't public, make it public. This is a business. It's not a personal life anymore. Get rid of all the old, hide all the old photos. This is turned into you and your business. And if you want to succeed or not succeed and how you're going to go about it. So that's a great way to grow and expand. And a lot of people also say like, oh, I'm nervous to add friends, or, you know, I don't want to just like friend request people. That's weird. Why? Do it anyways. If your page is good and you know what you have to offer somebody, then you shouldn't feel that way. You should not be feeling that way whatsoever. I know when I add a friend, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this girl's going to love it. This girl's going to love something about my page. Something. I put a lot out there. It's all over the place. Hopefully she'll love something. I certainly don't think I'm offending this girl by adding her as a friend because I'm going to bug her. I mean, I'm pretty positive and I'm pretty upbeat. I'd like to think that most people like my page, you know? So think about that when you're adding friends and stuff. Another thing to think about when you are making or creating a post, if you're creating a post hoping that you'll get 100,000 likes, you're creating it for the wrong reason. You should be creating your post to, again, I keep using the word value, but you should really be creating your post that is something uniquely you, that is going to get attention to people. You want a post that is going to have somebody look at it and turn around and go and tell somebody at work about it. Okay? That's the kind of post that you want to have. And it doesn't have to be explosive, amazing every single time, but there's got to be something about every single post that you make. Because if you're making a post because you're like, lighting looks good, this is a hot picture, hope I get 50 likes, it's the wrong reason and your business is not going to grow, period, flat out. So keep that in mind. When you are, how can I word this one? So when you're talking to people and you get, let's say, negative responses on your post, okay? I actually got one yesterday. Somebody saw, I don't know if it was a workout post or what I posted, but somebody had commented on it and said, oh my gosh, that chick needs to eat something. And I didn't respond. Nobody else responded. I feel like your best case scenario with something like that is just to leave it with silence, because chances are that person is going through a lot more stuff than what you even realize. And as much anger or hurt or frustration as you want to throw off onto them, they're really the ones that's going through it the worst because they're unhappy with themselves. And, you know, me and this person didn't actually happen to be friends. Part of me kind of thinks it might be just like a spammer type thing. But I used it as an example today to create a new post without being negative, without putting that person down, but just saying, hey, it doesn't bother me. I'm going to be me. I am who I am. You know, it's cool. Post filled with comments and compliments. Really, there was very little bashing of this person. All was just positive stuff. And it just goes to show that I'm being true to myself. I'm being true to who I want to be. And I'm being true to people that I want to reach out to. And when people see the way you handle things and the way you respond to things, it really says so much more about you than the situation that came at you, okay? Not everybody's gonna love you. Not everybody's gonna like your workouts or your Shakeology. Not everybody's gonna be up for it. You're gonna get those negative comments. Sometimes, you know, in the beginning, you're gonna kind of sit and they're gonna upset you for a little while, but as you go on and as you move forward, and you can look in your inbox and see 10 or 15 messages where people are like, oh my gosh, I love following you. Oh my gosh, this, oh my gosh, that. That's what lifts you up and that's what keeps you going and caring less about the negativity. So don't let negativity scare you. Go all out. Post it, share it, see it. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate, but make sure that it is authentically you and it is definitely value what you're bringing to your page. So I think for the most part, that's what I've got to share. We can open it up to questions and see if anybody has anything that they're wondering. Maybe you're kind of stumped with something or you're curious about how to go about something. Let me know.
I just want to say something real quick, and I want to kind of put you on the spot for a minute. And if you can't, you know, answer it right away, that's okay. You can take time to think about it. But one thing that I noticed the entire time you were talking about what you do in your business is, holy moly, you have so much confidence. And it's one thing that I see, like lots of coaches lack. Yeah. And honestly, I lack it sometimes too. And I almost feel like a lot of coaches feel like they're not allowed to have that kind of confidence. Like you talked about, you know, the muscles in your arm and how you notice them. You talked about how people come to your page and they like what they see. And I feel like a lot of coaches do the opposite, and they kind of say, oh, I can't, you know, say that about myself because
Right.
that's cocky or that's selfish. So obviously what you're doing is the way that you want to do it as a coach. And I want to point out to you guys, don't be afraid to have that confidence, not only in real life, but on your social media as well. And Jenna, I want to kind of put you on the spot for a second. If there's like a few tips or a couple of things that you could maybe share with them that's helped you get to that point, you know, as yourself and in your business, if there's anything maybe you could touch on real quick to kind of share with everybody how to get there.
Absolutely. I welcome being put on the spot because it's a challenge, and then I can figure out a way to be completely honest, but help you guys out too. So if I told you that I used to be super insecure and lack confidence to the point where it was just crazy, you guys probably would not even believe me. But then I joined this business, and I'm probably somebody that sounds like the cheesy story of a Beachbody coach, but I joined this business, and I was sharing on a call last night that when I started my very first week of inviting, like the first people that I invited were my mom and dad. Okay. They don't live with me. They live states away. I don't ever see them. So we FaceTimed, and I was telling them about the business. Mind you, I've been doing this business, the workouts and the shakes since 2013, 2014, but I never became a coach until just recently because I thought salespeople sucked. So I'm sharing this stuff with my mom and dad, and my dad interrupts me, and he's like, you are so passionate about this. He's like, this isn't just like a network marketing company, is it? I mean, you are like really passionate about this. And those words have always sat with me because I think a lot of my confidence stems from the fact that I am sharing and preaching stuff that I know 110% changed my life. It made me feel good about myself. I didn't need a gym. I didn't need a person. I didn't need anything except for myself. And I was able to do it on my own. And it feels so good. You guys, if you haven't completed a program, complete a program, because completing a program, you transitioned into something that you didn't, I mean, a machine, so to speak. You didn't know that you could do that. And all of a sudden you've accomplished that and you feel great. So that's part of where my confidence comes from. But another part was for years, I just allowed people to step on me. I allowed women to talk down to me. I was in a really bad group of friends where, you know, we drank, we partied all the time, I was like that crazy girl. But I was incredibly affected every single time somebody had something negative to say, every single time somebody wasn't kind, or if somebody didn't, you know, support me, or maybe they dropped our friendship, whatever it was. I dealt with a lot of bad people in my life. And then when I was diagnosed with cancer, it was like a light switch. And I can tell you that's the only blessing like cancer's brought to my life, because I just made a decision that I was not going to care anymore what anybody thought. And sometimes that gets me in trouble, but flat out, if you don't like it, if you don't believe it, if you don't, you know, if you're not bringing inspiration, bringing value, bringing support, bringing uplifting things back to me that I'm giving out to you, then peace out. I'm good. You know, like I will be my own sole independent person without having to worry about the negative stuff. But that was literally the game changer. I was diagnosed with cancer, and all of the petty things that had mattered so much in my life before, all of a sudden, they didn't matter. Like what mattered was that I was happy, that my family, my kids had a mom, that my husband has a wife, and that I do every goddamn thing, excuse my language, that I can do to be the healthiest person that I can be. And when I get to that point, and I am at that point, I am proud because I got myself there. Not this girl that said stuff about me or whatever, or not this friend that was a crappy friend and is not my friend anymore. I got myself there. I did it. And so I am a confident person, and I'm happy to say that I'm incredibly confident. And I build my Beachbody business around encouraging other women to feel the same way, because there is no reason why you shouldn't. And some of you are probably sitting here right now thinking, gosh, I can't wait until I get in shape like that, or gosh, I can't wait until I complete this program and I can feel that way. You can feel that way now. You just have to make a decision in your mind to feel that way. You have to just decide and say, I am good enough. I am 100%. Everything I've got going on is awesome. And all I can do from here forward is improve. Period. That's it. Hands down. You just have to make that decision. That's it.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Seriously, I just love what you have to say. Like everything you have to say, I love it. Does anybody else have any questions or anything they want to point out or ask?
Don't be scared. Yeah.
All right, let me unmute you, Leslie. All right, you're good.
With you adding that many friends a day, like what is your tracking system? Do you just use, like, what do you do to track these people?
Okay, so what I recommend that you do is I used to write in my daily planner, add 10 friends, reach out to 3 people, post 5 times, check in my challenge group. And so then I would just check that off my list every single day, okay? And if adding 10 people is too many, then add 3. Make it a goal that you can actually reach every single day. Make a small list and check off that list every day, those things that you do. And then after I got myself into a habit, you know, they say it takes 21 days, which it actually takes 21 days to form a habit. So once I got myself into a habit of doing that, now I just wake up and I just do it. I just wake up, I scroll my posts, I naturally go right to one of the groups, add some friends, scroll the post, I get notification, I add more friends. It's just become part of my daily ritual now. So set a small goal, set something small that you can start with, and make yourself do it every day until it becomes something that you just naturally do.
And then do you have like a binder or like a system with all of these people in it and like you're writing down?
It's kind of crazy because I was working from my phone up until about 2 weeks ago. So my system was just scrolling back through my messages. But what I do is I create lists of names. So like I have lists of new people that I speak with. I write them all down. And then I go back before I send my messages out, because they'll all move down the row, I make a list of my follow-ups. And after 3 days, I'll change the name of my new people to my follow-ups and just kind of go back. So this whole binder is basically filled with lists of names. Every time I reach out to somebody, I just quickly jot their name. I don't write the conversation. I don't do anything like that, but I've heard a lot of coaches that do that and they're successful. I just pull it back up in my messages before I follow up with them, and I go through our conversation real quick and then touch base.
Okay.
So I find that to be the easiest for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that there are a ton of different tracking methods out there too. There's a lot of programs and software stuff too that you guys can do that probably much easier than what I'm doing. So anything else? You guys good?
Let me unmute you, Becca. Hold on.
Somebody down there too.
There you are. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so lately my biggest challenge has been my day job. I feel like every day I come home at night and I go through my PD and I feel good. And in the morning I do my workout first thing. I feel like $1,000,000, and then I go to work and I turn into like this punching bag all day. And it's almost like this vicious cycle of like every day I'm feeling like I'm starting all over, and it's so hard to tell other people to feel strong when you're not. I don't know how, like, if you had a specific PD book or two. I know everybody kind of has something that you're drawn to, you know, PD wise, but I didn't know if there were certain ones that attracted you.
So I've got a couple of answers for you. Number one, I love Joyce Myers, and the first book that I read before I became a coach was called Power Thoughts. It's amazing. It basically talks about how you can transition your mind from thinking a certain way to thinking a different way. And the way you're transitioning it is to be positive, confident, uplifting. So Power Thoughts by Joyce Meyer, and then the one that I'm reading right now is Never Give Up by Joyce Meyer. And it just talks about everything in your life, why you shouldn't quit, why you should always follow through with it. So those are the two great personal developments. And then here's a little trick for you. as a Beachbody coach, and now that I've grown into, I'm not a huge coach or anything, but I definitely have more followers, and a lot of them are in my community, a lot of them are around, and I found where, if I go out to Starbucks or something, I have people running up and they're like, oh my gosh, I love your page. And it gets a little bit creepy. So not in a bad way. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it gets creepy because sometimes there's people that, like, you don't even remember adding them on Facebook, and they're coming up to have a conversation with you and your family. So creepy may be bad. Cautious would be a better word. I have to be cautious. So I no longer check in to where I am. If I go off for a run and I want to post about that run, I wait until I'm back home and I'm doing something else to post about it. And here's how I do things. And this would be helpful to you. In my notes section on my phone, I create posts. When I have something really powerful or really like heartfelt, or even just something funny, whatever it may be, I open up a new note and I jot that down, okay? Sometimes when I make a really good post and it's really active, I'll think of something else to say or to post up like right away. And naturally I want to go like post again on Facebook. But then I think about it, I'm like, that post is killing it. I'll wait until tomorrow. So then you can have all of these notes. And a good time for you is when you're feeling pumped up and you're reading your personal development. Those first couple of pages get you on one thought and you can write something down. And then the next couple of pages have a whole nother thought. So you're basically establishing different posts in the notes on your phone. And it's maybe taking you 2 hours to do it, but those posts can span out over the week. So if you're on a lunch break or if you're on a quick break, boom, you're posting something new. And your pictures can be selfies from the days that you took showers and you look really good, or they can be something as simple as your shoes and your scrubs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just a good way to kind of keep track of your time, but still be active and posting consistently and being authentic too, because you want to have your thoughts and everything down on paper and you want to share those. So just pile them up in your notes section and spread them out.
Right, because that's the hard part, because I know if I'm going through it, that there's got to be a million other people going through it. And so I'm torn in how to like show people you're going through something without being negative.
And it's not a bad thing to share what you're going through. I mean, if I was going through that, I would be honest. Sometimes when I share stuff about like my cancer and my health, my biopsies, I get this really weird, like fearful thought that people are thinking that I'm kind of like damaged goods or not as good as what somebody else could be. And I think it's just honestly a natural thought that, comes along with what I'm going through. But I found too that by being honest and by sharing, and maybe it's not something everybody's always going to smile about, you're still being real and you're still helping so many other people. I have a really hard time when people comment on my posts and say, you're awesome. It's okay. You're going to be healthy. You're going to get through this. And I feel almost like guilty, if that sounds weird. I feel guilty because I'm like, oh, I don't want you to think I'm not healthy. I'm healthy. Oh, I don't feel like you need to like waste a prayer on me. Like, I feel good. I'm doing good. I'm healthy. Like, I know I'm going to be okay. Like, even if they told me tomorrow, like stage 4, you have 2 months to live, I'm going to make myself live for a year. Like, it's going to happen. I'm going to do it. And by God, I will figure it out. But I feel guilty. But on the flip side of that, these people are affected so much and it's helping them and they're inspired and they need to hear more of it and they want more of it and they love that realness. So by being real, maybe it's not all, cupcakes and rainbows, but there's a way to throw in, inspiration in your realness.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. I went through the same thing because I have a really hard time during the holidays because my dad passed away a couple of years ago, and I went through real bad on Facebook. I probably shouldn't have been as emotional as I did, but I ended up instead of turning it into a negative thing, I ended up making a group on Facebook of people that are going through the same thing as me, because I ended up finding out through me basically crying my eyes out on live, which I wouldn't advise doing that. But after doing that, a lot of people came to me I'm going through the same thing, my dad or my son or whatever, and they added a whole bunch of now there's over 100 people in this group, and we all just kind of are there for each other through everything. So kind of even though I was being kind of negative, obviously, but then I turned it around and I was I'm upset, but I still want to be there for you, even though like I'm going through this. Like I want to be there for you too. So like if anybody needs somebody, like we can all be there for each other. And it just like made this big like community of people. And like now we're all there for each other. So it's cool.
And I just want to point out too, because both of you girls are saying this, saying that you're being negative, but Jasmine, I've watched those posts and I went through those posts as you were posting them. I didn't take that as negative. I took that as, oh my gosh, I know Jasmine a little bit more now. I didn't look at it like Debbie Downer. You know what I mean? Like that was personal and it was emotional and it was real. So when you're thinking negative, I don't think in either of your situations, those are really negative. I think negative would be like something unpleasant you could say about another person, something unkind you could say about another person, or something mean or rude. Those are negative. Mean, rude, or unkind. Those are 3 good words to kind of associate with a negative post. But you guys are just being emotional and just sharing. So those are good. It's good because your followers get to see you and they connect with you through you sharing that.
I want to touch a little bit on that too, because I was thinking the same thing Jenna said when you guys were both saying you're being negative and whatnot. What you're both going through is it's very real. And I think sometimes as coaches, we kind of like train ourselves to like try to think that we're like superheroes or something. And guys, we're not superheroes. We're normal people. And we're not trying to show the world that we're perfect and we don't have emotion and that we walk around with a smile on our face 24/7 and everything's always perfect. Jasmine, I lost my Mimi in July, and that situation hit me so much harder than I ever would have thought it would. And I actually had about a month in my business where I kind of fell apart. I kind of fell apart altogether. And I shared about it and, you know, I was honest about it and people understood. And I got messages from some people who I thought like didn't even really like me, you know, messaging me and saying, I understand what you're going through, you know, and I just want to let you know I'm thinking about you. And then Becca, what you're going through, like that's real, you know, when you're a punching bag, when you're feeling like a punching bag, those are real emotions and moments that we all go through. Now, if you guys were sitting back and, you know, putting up posts like, you know, I feel like a punching bag at work, I'm just going to give up. My life is going to suck forever. I hate my job. It's never going to get better. That would be being negative. But I actually think that by you guys sharing your emotions and sharing what you're going through and then being you're actually showing strength. I know like for me, when I went through that with my Mimi, just the fact that I was pushing through and I was continuing on showed my following that I have strength. I was picking up again in my life. I hit an obstacle. I hit a hard moment and I didn't stay stuck. Yeah, I was kind of in a bad place for a little while and I felt bad emotions, but I was doing everything I could to get past that. And that is inspirational to people. So it's okay to share that you're going through hard moments or that, you know, you're in a bad spot in your life, because at the same time, you guys are sharing that you're trying to pick up every day and, you know, move on and put the pieces together and you're still going after a better life. And that is inspirational and that's strength. So that's not really negativity. So try not to look at it like that and don't like try to tell yourself that you're never supposed to have bad days or ever feel unhappy, because that's just not realistic.
And to follow on that, you're being relatable. Somebody else is able to relate better to you because you're not Barbie. You're not a perfect person, you know, externally and internally. And I think when I try to talk to people about the potential of coaching, the number one response that I get back is, I'm not in shape enough to be a coach. Well, I portray somebody who's fit, who's able to accomplish these things, I'm already there. So they immediately feel like that's what you have to be a Beachbody coach. I will tell you right now, it is so much easier for the girls who are just starting out, for the girls who still want to get somewhere, who need to have that transition, because they are relatable. Their followers can say, she's going to do it. I'm going to watch her do it. I can do it too. Whereas they're watching me and they're saying, oh, there's no way. So I almost feel like, in a sense, we have to kind of work harder at being relatable so that our followers can relate to you in whatever sense you put it out there. You're, you know, father passing, and, you know, showing women that strength. Take that, you know, weakness that you have with work and everything else and being a punching bag, and turn that into how you're handling it and how, you know, a woman can be strong in that situation.
Definitely. Does anybody else have anything? Any questions or anything? No? All right. Well, we'll let you get off here, Jenna. Thank you so much for hosting this call. I definitely hope to hear from you again in the future. I'll be asking you to host another one later on down the road.
For sure.
And I'll get the recording posted for everybody that couldn't get on here live. But I know I took away a lot tonight. I'm sure you guys did too. And thank you for your time. It really means a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Everybody have a great night. Bye.